Evening guys, I hope you enjoy this tutorial. It's with a very good friend of mine, a professional in America, Arnie Billingsley, who's collaborating with us on our golf schools, our GRF golf schools in America. Arnie has been a very decorated player in the past. He's now a senior PGA professional, master professional, amazing coach. And he's had an illustrious playing career as a PGA professional, and he loves the game. And we're working together, and he's been making a few swings and sending me a few swings over. And I'm just tonight opening up a bit of an online kind of feedback tutorial to him, just an online lesson if you like, but it's not a live lesson, it's just me giving a bit of feedback on what he's doing, but it's going to also probably help you with your own perception of how you move, and are you allowing your body to do the things you'd like to do, or are there things that you may be conceptualizing in a particular way that's actually hindering your movement? Are you trying to do something or trying to shift or move or stay centered and it's preventing things from happening? So I hope you enjoy this. You'll see now, I'm just going to show you Arnie's video, so you're going to see the video on the screen. You're going to see Arnie. He's got a great swing. You can see he's been a great player. He starts to shift. He's using the GRF golf philosophy, the 1, 2, 3, 4. He's shifting. He's trying to move, load his lead side and push off. But you'll see there's a bit of an issue with his lead side drop and pop. How he gets there, it's very much a block movement, almost trying to not force the movement, but move there probably too intentionally, maybe too early. But in doing so, actually the body moves as a block, and it actually doesn't get there early enough. So the body moves back, and then there's a shift, but it's all a bit too slow. So the pivot doesn't fire quick enough, and then there's the issue with the arms. The low point doesn't stay forward and for long enough, and so Arnie has to stay in flexion to try and get a strike. And he does it very well, of course, with educated hands, very, very skilled movement. But we know we can do better. We know Arnie's capable of better. He knows he is. And so by cleaning up a few movement patterns in terms of concept, in terms of just feeling it with the exercises, you can start to reduce the noise, remove that interference, and start to recognize how you can move from one side of the body to the other, utilizing not just the side to side, but the rotation and the drop and pop. They're three different planes of motion. But often we, in an effort to move into that space, we use the whole body, and it moves as a block, and then it just cannot move quite quick enough because it's been essentially chunked together in terms of disassociation. Now does not exist. Everything's moving together. So now when you push off, you've got a lot of body mass to move as a block, and it just can't move quick enough. So the movement becomes quite labour intensive. It's slowed down. It's more work, and we just can't move dynamically enough. And all the while, the club is accelerating. We're trying to get distance. We're trying to play the golf shot. So the body does its best, and it probably overuses the arms. And then we start to look at the release, and we think, "Oh, I'm not happy with that." But actually, it stems from how we're actually using our body. It's the pathology of it works much further back to actually what are we doing with the ground. How are we moving side to side? How are we moving up and down? How are we rotating? And once we start to recognize how we can use our body a little bit more efficiently, you're tapping into that movement IQ. Once we start to tap into that, things become easier. So I hope this tutorial helps you as much as it's helping Arnie. So just looking at the swing here, as you take it away, tiny press forward, but probably not enough shift to the lead side to shift back. So it gets taken away, hands and arms predominantly, and then the mass is moving to the right slightly, and it kind of gets stuck there. You can see you're loading into your right side there visually. We can't tell because we're not on the pressure plate, but we know we're on the right side, particularly with the mass.
and you can see it just takes too long to get to the lead side. So you're not actually, you can see here already, you're starting to now rotate. Look at the left knee starts to move externally. So that's hip external rotation, and you're starting to extend. So we're missing the drop in the 3. We're not really getting into that lead side, and we're not getting there early enough. When I say early enough, I don't mean to kind of artificially manufacture it like stack left, so the right side's just passive. What we need to do is we need to be able to use our lateral force, shifting to the trail side, and then we can push from the trail side. When we've loaded that trail side, we can push, and you'll see in the exercise video how we're going to talk about how the pelvis shifts, so segmentally how we can shift and create that sequence from the pelvis, torso and arms in the downswing. So we've got a lagged sequence. So the lower body is shifting the pelvis back to the target. Here, we're kind of a bit stuck on the right side. Then you start to extend, and look, you're pushing off now, but the hips are moving now. As you extend, the pelvis just gets locked out, and the arms now get released past the body. Now, you've got such educated hands, such educated movement patterns with a high level of awareness. As an accomplished player, you're able to control the release and manipulate it to a degree by almost guiding through your awareness the release, the club face. So you can play good golf, of course, but we know your movement capability offers so much more, and we want to access these patterns. So the exercises I've sent you are going to help so much, because we can't get into that lead side early enough. We're losing the low point, so the arms get released and the body's stopping so that you can obviously strike the ball. You can see how then you kind of then you start to rotate after the shot, but through impact there's a bracing of the body to allow it to stabilize, to let you just release with the arms and swing the club through, striking the ball with a fairly functional low point. But we know we're not really getting that maximal compression that you're capable of, because we're not shifting to the lead side, moving our low point forward and then releasing later with less dynamic loft, so we can get that shaft lean through impact, if you like, or certainly that look of that shaft lean. But that's really just for a result of a really good functional pivot, which creates lag tension. So the levers are lagging, and as you're rotating, the club gets thrown, but it's reacting to you. So we've got to get into the lead side earlier, but it's how we do it. It's making sure that we're more active from leg to leg in terms of that lateral force, creating that momentum with the pelvis for the upper body to react and then fire. So I hope this all makes sense. We're not trying to manipulate the numbers. The numbers, remember, are not positions, they're movements. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, we need to get into a 2. We need a 1 to get into the 2. So a little shift forward to get a more pronounced 2, i.e. loading trail side. But as soon as we load that trail side, we're going to be shifting into the 3 and getting the low point forward, ready for the push off. And I'm going to obviously talk you through that with the exercise videos, so you can practice those, then feed back to me, and we can take it from there.
We've got to think about how we're loading into the lead side, as you know, for the low point being forward. What's tending to happen is you're moving as a block, and as you swing back, everything's moving together, and the arms are outpacing the speed of the body, and the body's not able to kind of push off and rotate and release the club late, because we're just not getting into the lead side early enough and inflection. And we need to do it in a way that is dynamic enough so that we can push off and get essentially back out of the ground and rotate. If we can get into that kind of 3, but the 3 is not a position, it's a movement, but it's moving as a bit of a block at the moment, and so then it has to move as a block to get out, and it's just taking too long. So we need to shift our mass a bit quicker. Similar to the tutorial that I put out the other night about the pelvis. if I put a club on the floor, notice the pelvis, as I rotate away from the target, pelvis goes towards it. So what we need to do is we need to create some lateral movement to push the pelvis back to the target. So we have a shift away, only a small shift, but then we can use the trail foot to push the pelvis back to the target. What I want you to explore with a medicine ball, okay, is just swinging from side to side, nice and relaxed, arms straight, starting with the feet together, just get swinging the ball, and as you swing it forward, I want you to take a step back. And then as you swing the ball back, shift the pelvis to the target. So I shift to the right and then push back to the target. We've just run an amazing first GRF golf school with Mind Factor, Carl Morris, one of the world's leading performance coaches, at an amazing place, 2-day golf school. It's been fantastic in West Arts, hasn't it?
Yeah, great 2 days, wonderful location, incredible weather, a really good group. It's been a special couple of days.
And myself and the team going to be coming out to Utah. GRF Golf's coming to America. Got spaces available at our golf schools. And if you'd like to experience GRF Golf School, we'd love to see you there to help transform your game. And it's something, Carl, you've seen firsthand over the last 2 days, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been involved in golf for an awful long time now, 30 odd years, coaching at the sort of thick end of things. And I have to say, the 2 days I've spent here with Marcus and his team, it's just blown me away. It's a fantastic, life-changing, golf-changing experience where you'll spend time with this guy and you'll explore elements of the game that you've perhaps not done before. But above anything else, what I think you'll get from coming for the school with Marcus is you'll get a sense of what could be truly possible with your golf in the future. To me, it's really exciting that you could put a lot of patterns that have held you back for so long, explore some of your ideas and really start to play a game that perhaps at the moment you could only dream of. It's a very, very special 2 days.
Thanks, Carl. That means so much. That's a ringing endorsement. Very, very excited to come out and share this with you guys. So if you're interested, follow all the links. You can book in. There's some spaces still available, so jump in quick, and we look forward to seeing you in Utah. Now we also need to feel the drop. It's not just about the shift, it's about the drop and the rotation. So taking one of the balance pads, placing your lead foot, left foot on the pad, split the stance like a lunge, load up the toe and allow your knee to fall inside the toe and the hip to slide outside the foot. Allow your body to rotate. So you've got this movement, the upper torso rotation, you've got the flexion as you shift forward, and then you've got the shift of the pelvis to the target. So you've got flexion, shift, rotation. It's 3 movements. Just feel that without the balance pad. Split the stance and just, this is only for the 3. Just feel how you're dropping. Now let's bring in the trail foot exercise. And you can feel where you're going. Now bring in the pop. So we bring in the balance pad again, and we're going to feel how we get out of this movement. So here's the rotation, the forward movement with the flexion, and now the shift of the pelvis. And what we're going to do now is we're going to push from the toe to the heel to, and I use this word in the loosest sense, of course, snap, extend the knee quick to push the hip back. The hip does not move that way to the target. It shifts to the target in the 3, and then it moves away from the target as you push back. The body can rotate. So it's the 3 and the 4. It's the drop and the pop. So you can feel this a narrower split stance, which is going to allow you to follow through a little bit. It's the drop and then the pop. Now bring in the step with the feet together and combine essentially what is a 1, a 2, into the 3 and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're flowing from the 3 into the 4. Give that a few goes. Send me some video, Arnie. Let's have a look at the movement without the ball. Let's see the kind of dry exercise without the ball. And then let's reintroduce. Let's have a few videos, see the video of you with the ball to see what it's like when the stimulus of the ball's there, you're playing a shot. Are we able to get into that 3 to push off for the 4 without staying in flexion? Let's try and get that strike. Hope this helps, Arnie. I'm looking forward to seeing you in November. Cheers, mate.